Ranch life in the rugged terrain near the Arizona-Mexico border is not for everybody. Cattle ranchers face extreme conditions, an intense sun and soaring temperatures. But there's more. The ranchers we talked to say the illegal immigrants invading their land are becoming more dangerous. They even wanted their faces hidden to prevent retaliation.
The illegals that we're encountering now are more aggressive, and they are not your mom and pop guys looking for a job. They're drug runners.
The trespassing of illegal immigrants has local ranchers fed up and looking for help. One rancher even told us that in 1 month's time, more than 450 illegals traveled across her land.
Well, right now, it is all driven by the drug cartel. I don't care what people want to say about this. We live it, and we know that the drug cartel is behind it. And you don't have to be around long to know that that involves money. And wherever there is greed and selfishness, there is destruction. And
I know other houses that they've just destroyed where the people visit down here in the wintertime or whatever. They've just destroyed them. And you don't dare leave anything unattended.
Break-ins and vandalism are minor compared to what happened to fellow rancher Robert Krentz and his dog. In late March, it's believed an illegal immigrant killed the two. Police traced footprints from the murder scene to the border. This crime and other incidents pushed leaders in Arizona to do something. The result? Arizona's Senate Bill 1070, also known as the Support Our Law Enforcement and Safe Neighborhoods Act. Governor Jan Brewer signed it into law in late April.
It shouldn't take a Rob Krentz on the border that was killed. It shouldn't take the line of officers that I've mentioned time and time again that have been murdered. 4 murdered recently, 4 seriously wounded from illegal aliens. It shouldn't take that. You know, enough's enough. Citizens have a constitutional right for our laws to be enforced. We're going to enforce them here in the state of Arizona.
Pierce, the bill's author, says it simply enforces what's already been on the books in federal immigration law for 40 years. Only now, he says, the handcuffs are taken off state and local police so they can question a person's immigration status during a police stop for another offense.
The only difference is now we're going to let them ask the questions that they need to ask when they have reason to believe, probable cause, suspicion.
State Representative David Gowan Sr. authored the House version of the bill. He says it eliminates sanctuary policies, whereby some city leaders tell police to not ask about citizenship.
All we're trying to do is protect our citizens here in Arizona. Since the federal government seems to have failed in its duty to protect its border and its citizens, sometimes that duty falls to the states, and that's what we're trying to do here.
I'm here along the Arizona-Mexico border in Cochise County, which is a part of the Tucson sector of the Border Patrol. This sector is the most crossed in the entire country by illegal immigrants. Altogether, an estimated 460,000 illegal immigrants have slipped across the border to make Arizona their home. Opponents of the new law believe the quest to apprehend illegals will result in racial profiling. These protesters on the Capitol grounds in Phoenix call the law unconstitutional, saying it unfairly targets Hispanics and that increased deportations would break up families.
If you know somebody, you will be in problem. If you give right somebody, that would be a problem. If you give job to somebody who need it for support their families, you are in problems. I don't think this is mostly, about color.
It violates my rights, civil rights.
Supporters, however, say that couldn't be further from the truth.
The bill specifically prohibits racial profiling. Really didn't need to be said, but we knew the left-wing critics would continue to play this game.
Reverend Eve Nunez is a vice president in the National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference. She says her son has experienced racial profiling, even being thrown to the ground by police in one incident. Nunez is against the law, but wants to make it clear that she and her organization are not for amnesty.
We need to secure our borders. We need to stop illegal immigration. I am for that. But we need to treat the immigrants that are here, we need to treat them humanely. And Leviticus 19:33-34 says that we should treat immigrants as we treat our own.
This Christian rancher feels the new law can work.
The Lord expects us to have compassion for one another. We are to love one another as He loves us. Our country was founded on biblical principles. We have a responsibility to uphold that law.
Unless some action stops it, the new law will take effect this week. Opponents push for a boycott of Arizona, while supporters encourage people to boycott to help the cash-strapped state.
We lose over $2 billion a year to illegal immigration. That's incarceration, education, and hospitalization.
It's enough to make nearly a dozen other states stand up and take notice as they pursue their own legislation to deal with the growing call for immigration reform. Mark Martin, CBN News, Arizona.